Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So even though I'm long since no longer Thronebreaker player, I did ask for Thronebreaker offers to be forwarded to me from my subscribers so I can give my personal subjective opinion. Now keep in mind that my perspective might and likely has shifted because obviously I'm not at the Thronebreaker level and I do have kind of different priorities, but I will try my best to keep that in mind when I evaluate these offers and give my overall opinions on them. And let's get to it. We're going to start off with the unit offers. And again, we have the same system where you need to spend 5,000 in the first set, then you need to spend 10,000 in the second set, and then you can unlock the final bundle, which is obviously kind of like the reward at the end of the rainbow. So let's break down Summoner Bundle 1. I think Summoner Bundle 1 is perfectly fine bundle. I think if you have 1,000 units, it's very much so worth getting, especially for newer Thronebreakers or Thronebreakers that are middle of the progression level. I think it does represent a good amount of value for 1,000 units. Simple as that. Now, what I don't like that how Kabam have done here is that they split Tier 3 Alpha Catalyst fragments with Tier 6 basic catalyst fragments. Now, luckily, these days, we can kind of remedy that with the loyalty store, with the battleground store, but it's still kind of annoying. So, obviously, if you buy bundle 2, you're automatically going to be inclined to buy bundle 3 in order to equal out your catalyst fragments that you have. That being said, in bundle 2, you have half a Tier 3 Alpha, 20 Tier 2 Alphas, and 12 Tier 5 Basics plus Tier 5 Class Catalyst Selector, which I think is fine. And in bundle 3, you have Tier 5 Class Catalyst Selectors times 2, and I think this is obviously kind of noticeably worse. So I do think that bundle 2 is better value individually. Unfortunately, Kabam's kind of trying to force you to get them both together. And then we have bundle 4, which has some Tier 5 Basics, Tier 5 Class Catalyst Crystals, and 3/4 of each Catalyst for 3,000 units. As a Thronebreaker player, if you are towards the higher end of Thronebreaker, I would get bundle 4 and bundle 2. That's it. I would get bundle 2, then I get bundle 4, and then I would try to equal out the amount of Tier 6 basics that I have with loyalty store, with battlegrounds, whatever other way possible. So I think that's quite straightforward. If you are a newer Thronebreaker player, then I do think, getting 3 of these bundles is probably a good idea, because you can get plenty of rank up materials to get more rank 3s in your account. And then getting whichever one you prefer more, I'd still probably go with bundle 2. If you're a new Thronebreaker player, I would go with 3 bundles 1 and 1 bundle 2. If you're a more experienced Thronebreaker player, I would go with bundle 2 and bundle 4. Now let's go to greater summoner bundles. So these are the 5,000 unit bundles. You need to get 2 of these in order to unlock the final one. So here we have 2 featured hero 6-star crystals and 2 tier 3 alphas, which again, 5,000 units. And then we have 2 tier 6 basics, 15,000 hero crystal shards, and 2 to 3 gem, which I think is overall better. So I do like bundle 2 here better than the bundle 1. Bundle 3 is basically Act 7 completion offer, 5,000 units, which at this point I do think is overpriced. But you need to get some of these things. And then there's a relic bundle that I do recommend on passing for most of the people. So which one I would recommend going for? I would say probably go for 1 and 2. That would be my recommendation. That is what I would do. I'd pass on bundle 3 because this does not seem now like that great amount. It gives you 3 catalysts total, but in these bundles you exchange one of those catalysts basically for all that extra stuff and you still stay level. So I'd probably pick bundles 1 and 2 personally. And then you have the final bundle, which obviously is worth getting. In some cases, for many people, this final Thronebreaker bundle is actually better than Paragon bundle because there is no immediate use for tier 6 class catalyst fragments. And yeah, You get the 6-star generic awakening gem, any champion from last 3 years, I believe, and plenty of 6-star signature stones. But yeah, that would be my plan. I would pick bundles 2 and 4 in the section. Sorry. So just to recap. In advanced section, new Thronebreakers, I think this is great value. Pick up all 3 of them. And then pick up bundle 2 as your second bundle. Because here we also have many resources to take up champions to rank 3. As a more experienced Thronebreaker player, I would pick up bundle 2 and bundle 4. And then in the second column, I'd pick up bundles 1 and 2. And then obviously the final one. Okay, let's take a look at the unit offers. I do think that, again, extra stuff here. Peter Parker's, again, in many ways, I actually prefer this Peter Parker's wallet to the Paragon one, because I'm always more keen on catalysts than I am on crystals or RNG items. So I do think it's fine. It's fair value, especially for, again, newer Thronebreakers. $10 for a 6-star featured. Well, it's up to you to decide how much you value it. Then we have Tony Stark's briefcase, which has some rank 4 materials and basically 11,000 6-star shards and a tier 5 class catalyst crystal, which again is, I think, the better one of these mid to lower bundles. When it comes to Black Panther's bundle, I don't think it has that great amount of value in it, comparatively speaking, and missing those rank 4 materials. But it's solid value. But again, for more experienced Thronebreakers, I think you'd be more interested in Tony Stark's. And then the Odin. Then obviously the Odin with 2 6-star Nexus selectors, which I think are perfectly fine. Tier 5 class Catalyst Crystal, which obviously I think is overall the best value. If I wasn't overly impressed with Paragon ones, then I do think that for Thronebreaker level, if you have $100, it's best to buy one Odin, which is not something that I necessarily think for Paragons. But yes, Odin, I think, again, it's obviously noticeably worse than Paragon Odin is, but still you get Tier 3 Alpha, Tier 6 Basic, Tier 5 class Catalyst, and 2 Nexus class crystals, which I do think is overall the better cash offer for Thronebreakers in terms of value for money. And that is what I'd pick up. But again, be careful when you spend money on Cyber Weekend. And as a Thronebreaker player, if you're new, get those easier and cheaper bundles. Spend a couple thousand units if you have them to kind of advance your roster. And if you're a Thronebreaker that's close to becoming Paragon, spend as little as possible on Thronebreaker level offers in order to become Paragon, and then figure out what you like and watch the previous video that I made about best Paragon values, in my opinion. Hope this video was helpful for you guys, and I'm gonna catch you guys soon. See ya. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the